Do you hate getting on this scale? Because every time you step on this scale, it totally puts you in a different mood depending on what that stupid number says. Well, guess what? We need to rely on way more than just a scale number to dictate how we feel. Let's dive into today's episode. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to this week's episode of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls show. We're talking about that stupid scale. And if you're anything like me, I tell you what, you can wake up feeling great. You put your clothes on, you're feeling good. You look in the mirror and you even smile because you feel, man, I look good today. But then at some point in time, you step on a scale, and depending on what the number is that scale says, it can then totally change how you feel. And I'm just not okay with that. But I know it happens probably to you at times. It happens to me. And I want to talk to you today about why we should not allow the scale number to dictate how we feel. You actually should be relying way more on different numbers than just a scale number. And you probably have seen this before, but I want to bring it up. Have any of you ever seen those pictures on social media or really anywhere, maybe just the web, where it's like, hey, this person, their before picture and they weigh, let's just say 200 pounds. And then here's their after picture and they weigh 200 pounds or maybe even 1, 2, or 5 pounds more, but they just look so much better. Like you can tell that they've kind of tightened up. It looks visually like they've lost weight and they just look, healthier. Well, that is exactly why we shouldn't rely on just the scale to dictate and tell us kind of what our results are or how we're doing or be an indicator of whether we're making progress or not. Because the scale, if you think about it, all this device does is it just is weighing how much gravitational pull your body kind of is having on the earth. Like how much your body weigh when you step on that scale. It doesn't know now how much of your body is muscle, how much of your body is fat, and really how much of your body is making progress or not. It just tells you that number. But then we see that number and we get all frustrated. And so that's why I really recommend using what we use at Fit Body, which is the gym that I own here in town. We use a scale called the InBody. Now, there's many different ways to calculate body fat, but one of the easiest and one of the most, I would say the most accurate, easy way, because there are more accurate ways to do it. But this, I would say, using the InBody is the most accurate, easy way. And why I say easy way is because really there's a method, it's called like the skin fold method, or you use calipers. And basically there's different points on your body where you will grab your skin and you kind of pinch it, and then you take what's called a body fat caliper, and then you kind of measure how much skin or fat you're able to grab, and you do that in different spots on the body, and then you can calculate what your body fat is. I would say that as long as the person performing the skin fold test knows what they're doing, I would say that is a more accurate body fat test. But the InBody, it's super easy. It's a machine. It's a device. You step on it. You have to step on it barefoot. You then grab the handles and it sends a little electric current through your body. And that electric current then measures how much fat you have and how much muscle you have. And then it even can break it down into like what part of the body is fat and what part of the body is muscle. But I want to talk about why using just that scale number, like let's say, for me, we just started at Fit Body here about a month or so ago, a 10-pound challenge. And the 10-pound challenge is really a challenge. It's 8 weeks long. And what it is it's focused. For 8 weeks, we're going to be a little more dialed in because we all go through seasons in life where, sometimes I'm just not as focused on my nutrition. Sometimes I'm not as dialed in. And so what we do is we say, all right, hey, for the next 8 weeks, we are going to focus and we are going to go after the result of a 10-pound weight loss. Now, for many, many people, you can step on the scale and you can just see a weight number and then you want to lose 10 pounds. And the truth is that if you starve yourself and you actually don't drink a ton of water and dehydrate yourself, you can actually lose a lot of weight very fast. What happens is, number one, you lose a lot of water weight because you're dehydrating yourself, right? Number two, you do start to lose weight fast, but a lot of times when you are starving yourself, what you're doing is you're losing muscle. And what happens then is that, yes, you lost weight, but you're actually not any healthier. You're just lowering your weight by losing the muscle on your body, which you need to have muscle on your body. Muscle on your body is what helps you move. It what helps you live and feel good throughout the day, getting up and getting down and walking up and down the steps and moving around and hanging out with your kids. And so you want to make sure that you're preserving the muscle. And so I want to encourage you today. We cannot let that scale number dictate how we feel. We cannot let that scale number be a predicting indicator of whether or not we should be proud of ourselves or not. Yes, it is one metric that you should know, you should be aware of. But I really want to encourage you to use a device like the InBody, where you can measure your fat and your muscle. And where I was going with this 10-pound challenge is that we have everybody that starts the 10-pound challenge do an InBody scan, right? So that, yes, not only can we get their weight, but we also want to know how much muscle do you have? How much fat do you have? Because then what we want to do is make sure that, yes, we lose 10 pounds, but we don't do it by sacrificing a lot of pounds of muscle. And then a lot of times, and I just want you to know this, a lot of times when you do start a weight loss journey, you do lose muscle. A lot of times you do in the beginning because your body's adjusting to all the different changes that you're now making. But the goal is that over time, as we continue our weight loss journey, is that we can really work on losing fat, maintaining muscle. And then there's even going to be seasons of our life where we actually gain weight. Because a lot of times if you want to gain muscle and add muscle onto your body, you do add overall weight. Because your muscles grow best, your muscles repair and grow best in a quote unquote fat surrounded state, meaning having fat on your body so that they can get enough nutrition and nutrients to grow. But then from there, the goal then is maintain the muscle while losing the fat. And so you start out that 10-pound challenge with an InBody scan. And then from there, you go and you start working on your nutrition. You start really focusing on making sure that you're getting enough protein in and making sure that you're feeding your body to maintain muscle while losing fat. And then at the end of this 8-week challenge, we all do our InBody scan again. And the goal is that we have lost 10 pounds while maintaining as much muscle as possible. And so if you're only relying on a traditional, regular bathroom scale that isn't telling you your body fat percentage, I want to encourage you. Get an InBody scan. If you've never had an InBody scan, I want to open up ours at the gym to let you have one. So go ahead, get a hold of us. Say, hey, I seen CJ's Fit and Healthy episode, and he said I could get a free scan. I'll make sure the team knows. But let them know that, hey, I watched that episode, and I'd love to get a scan, whether you're a client or not. I think there's actually other places in town. I know there's other places in town that offer the InBody scan. I believe Science Nutrition, GNC. There's other places in town that you can get those scans. And by all means, go there too if you'd like to. But I want to encourage you, not only look at your weight, look at how much muscle, how much fat do you have on your body? Because the goal is, yes, we want to lose weight, but we want to make sure that we're losing the fat, maintaining the muscle, and feeling good. The last thing that I kind of want to talk to you about is this relationship with the scale, kind of how I opened it. How do you ever step on the scale and that number totally then dictates kind of the mood that you're in? Well, I want to encourage you and really tell you this, because I do deal with this sometimes myself and definitely with our clients. And I know my mom and I have had many conversations about this. Your being, everything about you, when you step on that scale, nothing changes. It just is showing you a number. You are still the same person. If you're feeling great and you step on the scale and it doesn't show you a number that you wanted to see, that should not put you in a bad mood. That should not change your mood at all. I know that it has a tendency to, but I want to encourage you, that doesn't change you. That's just showing you a number. It's giving you a data point in your life that you now can either work to make better, continue doing what you're doing, keep the same, but it shouldn't change your feeling about yourself or give you value or less value. The number on the scale does not predict your value. You are who you are, and if you are feeling good today, feel good all day. Don't let a number on the scale change the way you feel or change your value. Because that number on the scale, it does not change your value. You're amazing. You're doing everything you can to be the best you can do today. And if you're not, I want to encourage you to do that. But I just hope that you understand that we should not just be relying on the scale. We should be looking further. I recommend the InBody. And if you've never had that InBody, like I said, you can get a scan. I'm going to give you one free scan at Fit Body. You don't have to be a client at all. And I tell you what, I'm not going to try to sell you our program or sell you onto membership. We'll have a conversation about if it's right for you or not, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to help you understand, where are you with your weight? How much fat do we have? How much muscle do we have? And then from there, where can we go to make the best improvements to make sure that we are getting the best results possible? Remember, don't let that scale define you. Don't let that scale dictate whether you have a good day or a bad day. I want you to have an amazing day today. And I want you to work hard on your health and your fitness journey, knowing that the work you put in today is going to dictate the results that you get in the future. Have an awesome week. Like I said, if you want to get that scan, hey, you can send me an email, look up Fit Body online, find one of the locations, give us a call, say, hey, I seen CJ's episode and he said, and if I said, then obviously it's true, but I did say it. So go ahead and let us know if you want to get a scan. I'll make sure the team knows, and we want nothing more than to serve Sioux Falls, the surrounding area, our community, and make sure that we are helping anyone and everyone that we can live as fit and as healthy as possible. Make today as great as you are, all right? And I'll catch you on the next episode of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls Show. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode. Bye, guys.